Buenas noches.
Bien, hola a todos, buenas noches. Bien, para empezar, ya saben, ¿hay alguien que tenga alguna duda? ¿Algo que quiera revisar? Ahora, ¿todo bien? Lo que revisamos la clase pasada, ¿les quedó claro? Bien. Ok, vamos a empezar con lo que les había pedido para la clase de hoy. Les había dicho que íbamos a hablar sobre películas que les gusten. Ah, vamos a ver a dónde nos lleva este tema. Ya saben que siempre empezamos con una cosa y lo vamos cambiando, pero vamos a empezar con eso. ¿Alguien quiere? Dime, Sergio.
Hi, everyone. Everybody, hi. Good night. I sorry. I want to talk about the movie American History X. Somebody see that movie?
I did.
I think it's a good narrative of the problem that still existing in the world. I don't know what do you think about this?
Before talking about like the opinions, everyone's opinions. I mean, try telling us, Sergio, what do you like about the movie? Obviously, you mentioned that you like the narrative, and I'm supposing that you like the topic in general. But give us your opinion. Why do you like this one?
I I think this problem is is very what do you say when you try to say impressive for the first time you see this movie. I like the scene. What do you say, escenas?
The scene.
Some scene. Do you remember when the man he's hit the other man black in the what do you say, cera or banqueta
Curve.
in the form? That
Curve.
that is- that scene I is very impressive for me when I saw this movie for first time. Uh,
I think that's the most impressive scene of the movie, right?
yeah.
What else do you like, Sergio?
Sorry, I don't hear you.
What else do you like about this movie?
Uh,
Can you
I,
hear me? Can you hear me, Sergio?
yeah, I hear you, but it's called the transmission is called I don't know what.
Te preguntaba qué
Uh,
más te
uh,
gusta.
Perdón.
Te preguntaba qué más te gusta.
Ah, uh, de la enseñanza.
You could say the moral of the movie. Como la moraleja, tal vez.
Sí, yeah, the moral. it's
Okay.
very impressive because he he changed the thing, his form of thing from to his brother. I don't know if he's the correct to say that.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, he changes his way of thinking because of his brother. Do any of you watch this movie, American History X? No, you haven't. I think is one of Edward Norton's best movies. Um, it's from, if I remember correctly, it's from 1998. The director was Tony Kaye. Yes, I remember that. And the movie talks about racial issues. Starts with this guy Derek is the name of the main character. So he is in a neo-Nazi group. So since he was a teenager, it's important. His father was a firefighter, and since he was a teen, he started absorbing these ideas of racial supremacy. And when his dad passes away, he is lost. His mom, well, he has one younger sister, another brother, and a baby sister at the time of his dad's passing. So he's a teenager, so he lacks guidance. So this old guy who created a cult, a racial cult, starts showing interest in Derek, so he become a fundamental part of this neo-Nazi group. Eventually, he kills someone, a black person. The scene Sergio was talking about is Derek makes this black guy, to bite the curb, and then he smashes his head against the curb. So it's a very impressive scene. I think it's one of the most impressive deaths in movies that I've seen. And you can see nothing because it's only suggested. But one thing that the director made always is the sound of the teeth against the curb. So that's impressive. It's a very good movie. It's intense. So if you're a faint-hearted audience, I don't recommend that to you. So I gave a very thorough description of the movie, but very good. American History X. I've seen that. One of my favorites. Favorites. Who else? Who else wants to talk about the movie? Let me see. Acuérdense que si no hay voluntarios, hay víctimas. Entonces, ¿quién sigue? Todavía no, no, no te preocupes. Ahorita, ahorita. A ver, todos los demás. No sé cuántos hay, pero hay 35 personas. Alejandro, yes.
Hello. The movie my is Gladiador. You know?
Yep.
Okay. It's a very interesting movie, intense, very action. ¿Cómo se dice personajes? O actores.
Si quieres decir personajes, es characters. Y si quieres decir actores, actors.
Bueno, ambos, ¿no? The characters and actors is good. Um, the movie in general is mm, significativo. ¿Sí es así? Significativo. Significativo.
Meaningful. Meaningful.
Meaningful. Um, the the people is collaborative in a grad job, and is ¿cómo se dice? Recomiendo.
I would recommend it.
I would recommend it for everybody. Everybody is kids, women, men's, everybody. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you, Alejandro. Gladiator, very good movie. Ridley Scott is the director. If I remember right, it's from the year 2000, around that. Do any of you watch that movie in a movie theater? I'm going to feel old as hell, but yes, I've seen that. I saw that. I watched that movie in theaters. It was awesome. I remember when I was in 2000, I was finishing high school. Damn. But it was a great movie. I think that everything changed after that. I am too young. Obviously, you are younger. Well, most of you could be younger than myself, but I think there were two movies that changed modern. I'm going to quote this because we're talking 25 years ago, and but they changed the movie games. One was Titanic, and the second one was Gladiator. Because Titanic was an immense production, a lot of money, a lot of display of media and Gladiator took back this idea of 60s and 70s movies about these huge productions, biblical productions, most of them. Probably you have not watched those. The Ten Commandments, for example, is huge. It's from the 50s, I think, yeah, early 60s maybe, but these huge productions are like that. So very good. I'm not going to ask why would you like Gladiator because I think it's pretty obvious. Rafael, yes.
Hello, everybody. I think for me, I think I'm about your age, or probably older than you, brother. For me, I think it was the Mummy, the movies, the first one with the mummies walking on the walls of the buildings and stuff. That was for me. That was like the beginning of the new era of the movies because the special effects just like got way better after that. The pyramid that disappears in the middle of the desert, and these balloon picking them up at the end of the movie. I think they just, that was like, that was one of like my favorite parts in there. It's just after that you started seeing all these other different effects, like when the main mummy sucks the water off the river and pushes us over towards the flying balloon. It was like really crazy, and that was early 2000s.
You're talking about the Brendan Fraser's movie, right?
The only movies I've seen that they have the mummies in there, um, with the forgot the name of the guy. Rachel is the girl that plays the wife of the main character, and then I can't remember the name of the other guy, but I think The Rock comes out of one of the movies as the Scorpion King. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I had a huge crush with Rachel Weisz. She's the main character. Oh
I
yes,
still do.
yeah. I agree with that. I'm 42. You are 44.
I turned 44 in October of last year, so yeah, I'm like
Oh yeah,
44 in a few months. Yeah,
we're the
about
same.
the same age. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a huge movie. Yes, I remember watching that on cinemas too, and it was crowded, so I had to sit on the stairs.
Wow. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Good
I remember
times.
that. Yeah, I love movies. I try to go to the movie theater at least once a week, but I remember those times, early 2000s.
I
There
used to do that too. I would at least make the effort to go at least once a week, on Saturdays. But once you get older and then stupid me taking on all these companies, I just have very little time for myself. And I was just thinking about that, the other day. I'm like, do I really need to have all this work? Because I'm not enjoying life, I guess, at this point. It's just I'm focused on all the work I have and the work that is coming, and then just trying to get caught up. There's always something, and I don't do the things that I used to do, and one of them was going to the movies. If my partner at the time didn't want to go, I would call my friends, or just anybody that had the time, and we'll just go to the movies and enjoy the movies. But they haven't come out with good movies lately. I mean, there's just a handful of new movies that are getting released in the summer, but I haven't seen anything that I really would like to go to the movies and see it.
Yeah, I think that we should take some time off eventually because, like The Shining, you know, all work and no fun makes Jack a dull boy. I like that movie too. Very good. Yeah, I love going to the movies. It's one of the things I enjoy the most. Actually, I'm a musician. I think that I enjoy movies more than music. So you can have an idea. Very good. Thank you, Rafael. Gabriela, yes.
En, para mí, voy a intentar hacerlo en inglés, profe. And my favorite movie is the one Johnny Depp, the demonic partner, la de Sweeney Todd,
Yeah, yeah, very
but
good.
it's dark and gothic and musical, directed by Tim Burton. I really like Tim Burton. I'm very repetitive with the movies. I watch them many times to learn the dialogue and o sea, sing very song. I go watching it every day.
I love Johnny Depp too, but I think that when we talk about Tim Burton and Johnny Depp, my least favorite movie has to be Sweeney Todd. I like it, but there are some others that I like most. For example, who would be my favorite? Damn, Corpse Bride has to be. Even he's not acting like a person. I love the impression that he does. I really like that. Edward Scissorhands, very good movie too. And I'm thinking, what? There are a lot of movies. I think that Tim Burton starts writing scripts like there. Once upon a time, there was a Johnny Depp, and but it's, yeah, yeah. I have to think, but I love Tim Burton, and if we talk about Johnny Depp, I have to say that my absolute favorite movie has to be Pirates of the Caribbean. The first two, I love those. Very good, excellent, Gabriela. Thank you, Marco. Yes, Marco, bajaste la
No,
mano. Ah,
Noé is very quiet today.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I know he's
I
waiting.
didn't saw. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
go,
was
Marco.
talking and talking, and my microphone was off. Sorry. It's not a movie. It's like a saga, The Lord of the Rings. Oh, I love them. Uh, I love all the story behind the characters, and my favorite scene is when the spider bites Frodo, and he almost get ripped. I don't know. For me, it's like a really, really good movie. I don't know what else to say.
Who's your favorite character?
Mm, I don't know the names, the real names, but I love Gandalf. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with the original names, with the actor's name, but the character Gandalf.
Yeah, yeah, don't worry. Actually, if you remember the character, I think that it's the point.
And
Ian McKellen.
Legolas.
Yeah, Ian McKellen is the name of the actor.
Ah,
I think that I'm between Gandalf and Aragorn. Actually, Boromir is a very good character too, and
yeah,
Faramir.
I
I
just
really
love
like.
I just love Legolas, but Gandalf, oh no, he's still my heart. He's he was really really good all the way, all the movies.
Yeah, a lot of people can't believe that I really enjoy watching the whole saga at once, but I do. I think that.
Uh,
Yep, yep, yep.
I think the saga was in the well, at least in my city. Uh, I don't know how to say it right, but it was in the cinema, the three movies, extended version. It was about 12 hours in the movie theater. I did it.
Yeah, actually, you don't feel that they're so
No,
long, right? You really enjoy
I'm
that.
guilty. I'm guilty. I lost 12 hours there. I'm guilty. But I really enjoy it. The extended versions are so cool.
Yeah, I love those movies too. Very good. I'm not a big fan of The Hobbit, but they're good too. In their way, they're good. But I prefer the original
Yeah.
saga.
Yeah, I
Very
think in the hobby they lost the way, but for the meantime, they were good. For the weekend, nice to watch.
exactly. They're not as good as the original trilogy, but you can watch it on a weekend, no problems. Very good. Thank you, Marco.
Thank
Uh,
you.
Luz, go ahead, please.
Hi, good night, everybody. I would like to say that I'm so fan too from the Lord of the Rings. So I would like to say to Marcos, is the last person that is talk about that if you are so interesting to know Gandalf and of your personal favorite personal is Gandalf, you can read the book. Is I will say the name on Spanish. Is El Silmar El Silmarillion. Is it talk about the beginning of the story of the Lord of the Rings. So if you want to know more about the magic about Gandalf, because there are five how to say this one? There are five
Wizards.
magos. Yeah, which I don't know how to say that witches, magos,
Wizards.
wizards. That one.
Wizards.
Wizards. Okay.
Let me write it. Wizard.
Wizard. Sorry, my internet is bad. Yeah, you can read that one for the personal things for the beginning, how they how to say how they exist in this part of the story. So if you want to know more of Gandalf or every wizard, where there are five or more, so you can read it in that book. So is that one. I only want to complete with that
Oh,
one.
yeah, 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 Luz. Actually, reading the Silmarillion is complicated. It's like the Bible
Yeah.
from for Lord of the Rings. All the origins are explained there, but it's quite complicated. I think that correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that this book was published after Tolkien's death,
Yes.
so it's chaotic at some point. But it's
Yes.
very good. I really enjoyed. I have enjoyed all the books from that saga since Lord of the Rings, The
Actually,
Hobbit. Yep.
yeah. This book actually is right. Tolkien died, but he writes some the beginning of the history in paper. So his son put everything in this book and just a little more writes. I don't know how to say that more writing, but actually, yeah, it's like the Biblia. It's like every story is like different because you need to put all the attention because every, I don't know how to say capítulo,
Chapter.
chapter. Every chapter is like different story, so you need to put all the attention to know what is not talking about, what is the idea of talking of the story. And the Hobbit is very good, but I prefer the book literally because when they decide to separate the three movies about Hobbit, I think that they put more of the movies that they don't exist in the book. So the books is much better. And the trilogy, I love the trilogy. I can see every weekend. My husband no, but because always I put the same movie. So I only want to say that one. If you want to know more about Gandalf, you can read it, that book. And actually exists the series of Prime. I don't know if there are anybody so that was so good, but it's not exactly the real story. So,
Rings of Power. That's the
yeah.
name of the series, right?
Mhm.
I have not felt the passion to watch that. I'm afraid that they about work. I don't know. I will eventually, but I have not the time watching that. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Very good. Thank you, Luz.
Yes.
I totally support the recommendation of reading those books, especially Silmarillion, if you want to understand. Excellent. Rafael, yes.
I totally forgot what I was gonna say, but I didn't want to put my hand down because I had it up already. I think the the one thing I liked about the movies, the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbits, is how they make them look so tiny. But like I'm like 5'5", 5'6" maybe, and these guys are like 5'8", 5'10". They're taller than me, but in the movie they make them look really really small in comparison with the wizards and the other characters in the movies. I thought that was a pretty cool effect.
And I think that none of those effects are CGI. I think that everything is doing with camera angles and things like that. So Peter Jackson is one of the greatest. If you have the chance to watch his first movie, Brain Dead, I can assure you that you are not going to know that they are the same guy. It's a gore, zombie possession, demonic possession kind of thing. It's weird, but it's his first movie. And it's interesting what he could do with a very, very little amount of money. Porque, bueno, voy a leer rápido. Recuerden que prefiero que lo digan, bueno, incluso que lo lean, pero a ver. Miguel, Movie for Me, is Pedro Infante, Antonio Aguilar, Vicente Fernandez. I really like Pedro Infante's movies, especially like A Toda Máquina is one of my favorites. My favorite is famous movie Five Nights at Freddy's. I have not watched that. I have not played the video games, but I know they are big. Realistic actors and the personality and animatronics, but I like the Bill and the Springtramp the most when the movie was released. Moved me so much that I didn't say a single word. Very good. Thank you, Mario. Romantic ones with real stories. Jose, can you give the name of one of the movies you like? Horror movies and video games. Very good. I do too. But Meet Joe Black, I love that movie. It's a love and fantasy story that visits Bill Parrish to give him an extra days of life, of those days that lives life as a human and falls in love with his daughter. In the end, that wants to kill her to make her with him, and in the end, he leaves her without a boy. His body's navigated through her journey. Very good. I love that movie, and I fell in love with Claire Forliani on that one. Uh, em, y Gabriela, eso es una excelente pregunta. Es práctica. Sí, obviamente no espero que hagan una conversación completa al principio, ¿no? Pero algo que les recomiendo mucho es empiecen a expresar sus ideas, bueno, sí, estas respuestas, estas actividades que les hago, empiecen a expresar sus ideas en frases cortas. Y eventualmente vas a ver cómo empiezas a hilar frases más y más largas y más complejas. Pero es práctica. Sí, pues, como dice Marco. Con los años. Sí, y acá también yo sería muy cuidadoso con lo de la pronunciación de Duolingo. Porque sí está bien, o sea, les va a afinar el oído, pero nada como hablar. Interstellar, Sarah, you got me there. My absolutely favorite science fiction movie. I wouldn't say that Five Nights at Freddy's is a romantic movie. I think I have not watched that, but maybe because I loved it. Very good. Muy bien. Eh, Participaron bastantes. Faltan todavía. Hay más de 30 personas. Quiero oírlos a todos, acuérdense.
Falta Sandra.
Sí, de hecho, la clase pasada tampoco estuvo.
Es que no, yo en mi caso me toca clase los martes con la carrera de arquitectura y por eso tampoco estuve, porque tenemos clase martes y sábado, entonces hay ciertas clases que a lo mejor nos tocan en un día en el que toca la sesión de inglés y pues no puedes hacer las dos, aunque
Ah,
quisieras.
sí, sí, recuerdo que hace 2 clases comentaron eso. No sabía que tenían clases entre semana. Digo, pues está bien.
Nada más ciertas materias, las que son más de estadísticas y a lo mejor tirándole más a lo artístico de la carrera, en mi caso, son las que requieren el martes y el sábado.
Ujú. Ya, ya, ya. Sí, pues está bien, no se preocupen. Hay que entrar a esas clases. Muy bien. Y a ver, ¿quién dijo a Silent Boys? Luis, the anime movie you were talking about?
Yes,
Oh man,
eh,
I love that.
es de mi película favorita, profe. De todos. Tengo un montón, pero la principal es esa.
But after watching that movie, you are absolutely destroyed. It's
Yes.
very emotional. I think that I can only think of a few examples of movies that have had destroyed me, and one is Silent Boys, and I don't know if you have watched Your Name.
Ah,
If you haven't, do it. Your Name, awesome anime movie, excellent.
la animación sería ahí con la de Your Name.
Yes, yes. Watch that. Have a box of tissues because you're gonna cry. It's amazing. One of my favorite anime movies, and I watch a lot of anime movies. Very good. Bien. Silent Boys. Yeah. Noé, yes. Ah, to close.
Finally.
My turn. So sorry. Well, I don't have a favorite movie. I love Interstellar, of course. I have told you a lot of time about that. But I want to talk about the movie, The Theory of Everything. It's directed by James March, and of course, it's a biographical movie about the life of the famous theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking, of course. The film shows the life of Stephen Hawking, the early life, his disease, and his work in science, of course. And I like this movie because one the actor the main actor Eddie Redmayne won a lot of how can you say that awards
Awards.
awards. Okay, thank you. Won a lot of awards like the Oscar for Best Actor, the Golden Globe for Best Actor, the Critics' Choice Award for the Best Actor, and the Best Actor of in a leading role for his performance as Stephen Hawking. Of course, the film was nominated for several awards, including the Best Film, the Best Picture, the Best Director, the Best Screenplay. And the film won the Academy Award for Best Adapted Screenplay. And the film also won a Golden Globe Award for the musical. So yeah, I like it. I like the actor. It was good, very good.
Eddie Redmayne is one of the best. Even in this saga, Fantastic Animals and Where to Find Them. I love his performance, and the Danish Girl, very good. Yeah, he's awesome. And I think he's a good guy. And that movie is incredible. I think that it has a lot of. It's not only the life of one of the most influential scientists of our time, but it's like getting a glimpse of the real person. So this is not easy to achieve. Very good. I love that movie too. And you mentioned Interstellar. I can watch that movie the 3 whole hours anytime. I love that. I really enjoy science fiction. I was a huge Star Wars fan, but after Disney got the rights, they lost me. Very good. Bien, ahora vamos a pasar a la parte de la clase, pues ya se los había prometido desde hace mucho tiempo, en la que van a trabajar en equipo. Bien, les voy a compartir mi pantalla para empezar. Rafael, long time no see. Bien, miren. Yes.
I was gonna say typically I'm home running or walking while I do the class, but today I worked late, so I'm just on my way home right now.
Yeah, but it has been a long time since I saw you. Movie that I like a lot, Turtles Can Fly. Awesome movie, Raúl. Very good. Bueno, les explico. Les voy a poner 5 escenarios. Hablando de ciencia ficción, les voy a poner 5 escenarios apocalípticos. Que es para donde vamos y si no cambiamos ciertas cosas. Quiero que le tomen una captura de pantalla a esto, ¿sí? Para que ahorita que vayan a las sesiones separadas puedan, en un segundo, puedan trabajar con la que escojan. Bien, les voy a dar unos segundos con cada una para que le tomen captura. Primero esta. Vamos con la segunda.
Teacher, ¿puede poner la primera?
Ahorita la regreso. Bien, regreso la primera.
Ok, ya.
A ver esto. La tercera. La cuarta. Y la quinta, déjame acomodarla.
Perdón, ¿será que me pone la 4?
Claro. Pongo la quinta y ahorita regreso a la cuarta. Listo. Y la 4. ¿Ok? Entonces ahí está bueno, los problemas clave y el reto que tienen que...
¿Puede poner la quinta?
Ahí está. Ya saben, si entran a su sesión y no hay nadie o nadie habla, regresen rápido a la sesión principal para que los mande a otra, por favor. Listo. 41. Recuerden, esto igual no nos va a dar tiempo de revisar todos. Tomen capturas de pantalla, anoten lo que se les haga más fácil para que podamos hablar de esto la siguiente clase. Les voy a dar 7:42. Listo. Va. Solo acepten la invitación y los va a mandar directamente a las sesiones separadas, ¿va?
Teacher, yo tengo una pregunta rápida.
Sí.
De casualidad, bueno, es nada más pregunta. ¿De casualidad usted no imparte clases de inglés particulares? ¿Sí?
Sí.
¿Le puedo escribir en un correo? Me pasa su correo, por favor.
Claro, dame un segundo. Listo. Ahí cuando cualquier duda me puedes escribir ahí.
Haga la copia.
Disculpa, me salí de la sesión, bueno, se me cortó y me volví a ingresar, pero me salí de toda la videollamada. No sé si me pueda meter a alguna sesión.
Sí, Sergio, ¿te acuerdas en cuál estabas?
No.
Bueno, supongo que no habían hecho. A ver, déjame ver dónde estás. Ok,
También,
sí.
profesor, ya estaba en la sesión 4, pero se salieron 2 y ya no supe qué pasó ahí.
Ok, a ver, espérame. Es Juana, Sergio y José. Deme un segundo. Los voy a mandar a todos a la 2. Juana, ¿en qué sesión estabas? ¿Te acuerdas? A ver, déjame ver. Digo, no pasa nada, es que si no saben, los tengo que buscar y me tardo más.
A mí también me pueden mandar a una. Es que la que estaba yo solo.
Sí, claro. ¿En qué sesión estás, Alejandro?
Estaba en las 5.
Ok. Y mira, hay otras 3 personas ahí. Qué raro. Es que luego no, sí, no. Espérame. Listo. Juana, no te encuentro. A ver, ahorita te mando. Mando a los demás. Ya les mandé la invitación a los demás.
Teacher, yo estoy en la 3, pero nadie habla.
Ok, te mando a otra, Yuritsi.
Sí, gracias.
Listo. No, espérame, ¿dónde estás, Juana? No te encuentro. Aquí estás. Ya te encontré.
Teacher, yo también estaba en una sesión, no me acuerdo cuál, pero igual se salieron.
Ok. A ver, Silvia. Igual te mando a otra. Dame un segundo. Aquí estás. Si nada más hay 2 ahí. Listo. A ver, Juana, déjame mandarte otra. Es que hay 3 ahí en esa sesión. Déjame mandarte otra entonces. Listo, Juana, ya te mandé otra. Muy bien, ¿les dio tiempo? Creo que ya regresaron todos, pero...
Hello.
Más o menos.
Estuvo medio problemático para 14 minutos, ¿no?
Maestro,
Solo me dicen que quieren menos.
pudimos hablarlo perfectamente en español, pero en inglés no, nada. Bueno, algunas palabras.
Miren, no es lo ideal, pero se pueden poner de acuerdo en español y responder en inglés, o sea, ya que lo presentan en la clase, ¿no? No hay tanto problema por eso, pero no es lo ideal, repito.
Eso es lo que hicimos nosotros. Todo fue en español y ya nada más pues, la presentación va a ser en inglés.
Sí, eso es la forma más práctica que lo hagan. O aprovechen que son bilingües. Que no es lo ideal, repito, no, pero pues sí, si les funciona. ¿Quién soy yo para decirles que no al a ese recoveco legal? Food pollution, plant trees, recycle this, reduce pollution, have food in well-kept boats, purifies. Harvest food in well-kept boats. A ver, Jessica, ¿de dónde sacaron estas respuestas? Porque ni yo hubiera usado esa palabra. Digo, me sorprende a both. Best prefers oxygen, invent prefers. Sí, me imaginé, porque sí está muy acá esa palabra. Miren, no nos va a dar tiempo de revisarlo, pero les propongo esto. Los que ya lo tengan con su equipo, lo pueden presentar la siguiente clase, pero por favor, cuando empecemos la clase y les diga quién quiere presentar, alguien diga, porque luego me quedo hablando como loquito y nadie me hace caso con eso y ya se les olvidó. Para los que no les dio tiempo o quieren tener como otra opción, les paso, ahí está en el chat, la liga del documento para que los revisen, para que revisen los casos. Conste, Marco ya dijo que empieza el equipo 10.
Profesor,
ver,
pero por ejemplo, si lo vamos a checar en casa, ¿lo tenemos que hacer individual o cómo?
No, eso es solo para los que quieran, que no, o sea, si lo quieren revisar, yo prefiero que lo hagan en equipo la siguiente clase. Pero pues es que luego dicen es que no se conectó. Por eso siempre les digo, en los trabajos en equipo siempre copien lo que están haciendo, tomen captura, escríbanlo, lo que se les haga más fácil, porque si no se pierde ese trabajo y son actividades que vale mucho la pena que podamos revisar.
¿Lo vamos a presentar en inglés o en español?
No, en inglés.
Ok, gracias.
Son respuestas muy cortas, o sea, por ejemplo, lo que dijo Jessica está bastante bien. Pero sí quiero oírlos, más que leerlos. Digo, hay algunos que no tienen micrófono o tienen problemas con eso, no pasa nada, pero sí prefiero oírlos. Alejandro, perdón, dime.
¿Qué?
No sé, es que oí que hablaste.
Oh, es que le venía aquí el micrófono. Sorry.
Ok, no te preocupes. Glendy, dime.
Hola, ¿los 5 problemas hay que resolver o solo uno?
Solo uno, el que te guste más.
Ok.
¿Va? Bueno, que te guste está medio... Están muy apocalípticos para que te guste, pero bueno, nada más escojan uno que les llame más la atención. Bien, güey. No vi en qué sesión estás. Ese es el problema, se salen y ya no tengo forma de revisarlo.
I remember the names of my partners, so...
Perfecto.
Okay.
Sí, Cristian, por ejemplo, te voy a usar como ejemplo lo que estaba diciendo. Está bien, si pueden, nada más pueden escribir porque no funciona su micrófono, está bien, pero sí participen, porque luego, ahorita mandé a muchos compañeros a sesiones distintas porque nadie hablaba. ¿Va? Muy bien. Si no tienen dudas, recuerden las recomendaciones de siempre, sigan trabajando con Duolingo, si no, si ya están más allá del bien y del mal de Duolingo, vean muchas noticias. Eso siempre nos va a dar temas de qué hablar, ¿va? Bien, vamos a dejarlo hasta acá. Que tengan excelente noche, cuídense mucho, que tengan un excelente fin de semana. Y nos vemos el martes.
Buenas noches a todos.
Good
Nos miramos el jueves.
Bye, teacher.
El
Ah,
martes.
El martes, sí.
Oh, es que yo tengo clase el martes.
Ah,
pues, el
bye,
jueves.
Vamos
Good
al jueves,
evening,
Rafa.
bye.
Bien.